who's ready to race in the dirt. It's round number 6 into the American Elite Racing Trucks Series. I'm Rick James, here to bring you uninterrupted green flag coverage. Tristan Bailey on the inside comes into this race with a 9-point lead. He has control of the field coming to green for 165 laps of action. Let's go racing!
Green, green, green.
You see the hands at work for Tristan Bailey in the 2.5. Well on the outside, Patrick Jenks goes around in that 3.8. 2, 3, 4 trucks involved. We stay green. Bailey now in turn number 3 makes contact with the wall. Jason Fensler comes to his inside, but Bailey still survives, while the 5 of Fensler has a blink. Jamie Haynes in the 5.3 sitting in third, while you have the slower trucks on the inside. That looks like the 1.4 of Randy Lapidus. Mike Newton in the 98, also struggling, forcing the field to go around him. Idaho's Chris Fafke to the outside, and then Samuel L. Harrell to the inside in that 4.3. Silverado, the Sumter South Carolinian, sits in 8th as the yellow flag comes out for the first time tonight. Mike Newton into the 98 seems to have come in contact possibly with Canadian Tyler Tyone. This is the crash looking at Newton in that 98. There he is slow out of turn number 2. We saw this earlier. Trucks just trying to file around Newton as best as they can. Then the 98 truck goes around. Where did Tyler Tyone have any part in this? Right up until the end. That's when Newton just went around. They threw the flag for the 98 truck, and Tyone gets hard on the brakes, and the Cornwall native does a full 180. Back to live pictures, points leader and race leader. Tristan Bailey is in the number 2.5, ChevyGoods.com Silverado. Let's see if we can have a quick word with Tristan. Tristan Bailey, Rick James in the booth. Can you hear me? Hang on just 1 second. Tristan Bailey, Rick James in the booth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, we got you, buddy. All right, you're leading at Eldora, the only dirt race of the season, but you're doing well so far. How do you fancy your chances on this clay variable?
I'm not too good. It's just, I don't think these trucks agree with this track on iRacing. I know it's a lot different from everybody who played Heat and everything. You know, it's a lot different to drive here, but I just don't think this track agrees on iRacing with these trucks.
Only one way to find out over the next 123 laps. Best of luck, Tristan. Keep the shiny side up. Real quick, Tristan, favorite candy bar?
Butterfingers.
Good answer. Best of luck. Tristan Bailey on the outside, leading the field to green. Jason Fensler to the inside, waiting for the trucks to get the signal. Green flag is out at Eldora. Charlie Mosley Jr. in that number 89. Monster Energy Silverado currently running in third. Chris Fafke rounding out the top 10 in his Mortal Kombat Chevy Silverado. Then you've got the number 1 of Sam Taylor behind him in that yellow numbered number 1 Coca-Cola. Very reminiscent of that special Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. And it looks like the 1 just got in the wall. Sam Taylor does get in the wall. He gets a big shunt from Waylon Turner in the 78. Roberto Mathis in the 2.9. H&M Motorsports Ford gets into the wall. And the 2.1 of Andrew Teft sneaks to the inside, but can't quite pull the pass off. Teft sits in 17th at the front. Mississippi's Tristan Bailey holds on to that lead. Last week I was not paying attention and I said Tristan was from Missouri. That's not true. He's from Carrier, Mississippi, and he's leading this race quite bravely in that 2-5. Jason Fensler sits in second. Coming into this race, that's also where Jason Fensler is in the points standings. Jason right now with 197 points to Tristan's 206. Those are the standings as the leader has to get around Michael Newton, and the leader's in the wall. Jason Fensler to the inside. Michael Newton proving to be a moving chicane on the inside in that 98, and everyone trying to file around the number 98 Toyota, who goes for a spin in turn number 3. Caution comes out for the second time tonight. The Massachusetts driver of the number 98 admin box, Tundra, goes around for the second time in the same corner. Charlie Mosley Jr. has the fastest lap of the race, 19.70 seconds. And on the left-hand side is your favorite driver's fastest lap of the race so far. Let's see what happened to Mike Newton in turn 3. Let's roll this back just a bit. As we were on board with Tristan Bailey in that first corner, we saw Mike Newton. There's Mike Newton struggling to get a hold of that truck. And, you know, you can see him trying to control that race truck, but right there was just the most unfortunate time for Newton to try and control that truck, and Mike's definitely trying his best, but his best wasn't enough to hold on to that 98 Tundra, and the Goodyears go for a spin in turn number 3. Mike Newton brings out caution number 2. And it's not an easy run. It is not an easy racetrack by any stretch of the imagination. You've got to give it up to each and every one of these drivers that are actually trying to pull this one together. It's a lot of fun. It genuinely is a lot of fun to watch, but it is not easy at all. And you know Mike is trying his best, just like the rest of these drivers out here tonight. You can't fault any of them for trying. Green flag being announced right there. Tristan Bailey back to racing speed. Jason Fensler to the inside. Fensler trying to get that good slide. Bailey riding the cushion out of turn number 2. Bailey trying to get the flick into the third corner. Just gorgeously gliding along that cushion through 3 and 4. Further on back, the 18 of Ethan Greek is trying to make some time up to the inside of Jamie Haynes in the 5-3. Michael Newton's gone around one more time in the 98. Trish trying to get it together. Caution comes out for the third time tonight. Greek in the 18 rounds out the top 5. Tyler Bellinger in the double 8 tonight came through. Bellinger representing for all the folks in the New Hampshire area. A lot of open wheel and modified fans in the New Hampshire area, and Bellinger taking that natural born modified talent to this truck series. He's running in 10th so far in the double 8 Quality Care F-150. Sammy Taylor running 15th in the number 1 Coca-Cola Chevy. Tyler Tyone 19th. Patrick Jenks rounding out that top 20. Tristan Bailey continues to lead. Jason Fensler second in the points, second in this race. Right now holding his own behind the points leader. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Mr. Fensler. Oh, Jason, Rick James up top. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Buddy, you're sitting second right now. You've got 2 wins to your name, just like Tristan Bailey. 9 points the difference at the top and 5 points behind you to Adam Boughton. Are you thinking about points tonight, or is it just about survival, proven just how hard it is to drive these trucks tonight?
This is pretty much a survival race, I think. So I think I've killed about 20 bees inside of here. So we'll
plans?
See what we got. We'll do the best we can.
Do you have plans to get around the leader, or are you just racing around?
I'll wait for a mistake.
We'll see. Favorite candy bar, Jason?
That would be a Snickers.
Good answer, buddy. Best of luck. Keep the shiny side up.
Thank you, sir.
Elk Grove's Jason Fensler on the inside. Tristan Bailey on the outside. The black truck with the 2-5 has control of the field, and we're racing again at Eldora. Dylan Picklesmeyer in that 12 truck had a rough practice session. Newton goes around once again. He comes down pit road. Jamie Haynes sitting in third right now, making a good go of it with Ethan Greek right behind him. Hagen Joyner's gone around in the 7 truck. Caution comes out for the 4th time tonight. The number 7 Alani Energy Drink Chevrolet goes for a spill, and you can see that front end has been crushed up. Let's see what happened to Hagen. 3 wide through the 4th corner. Hagen trying to get a hold of this race truck. Contact with the one of Sam Taylor. And he goes around. Let's have another look aboard Hagen Joyner. And have a listen. Just seemed like he lost control of the truck. One more time on board, Sam Taylor. One more look aboard Sam. Almost impossible for these drivers to tell where they're going and where they're going to end up. And the caution flies once again. So Tristan Bailey has control coming to the green flag. Jason Fensler on the outside waiting for the 4th restart. 1 and 2 sitting 1 and 2 on the field. Green flag is out. Lapita slow, makes contact with that inside wall, and he makes contact with a truck that blinks right in front of him. Caution comes out for the 5th time. Was that Tristan Bailey in the 2-5 that went around? No, he's still well up ahead. It looks like that was Waylon Turner that might have been caught up in that one, the 78 truck. From Nacogdoches, Texas, having an issue in that Tundra. Caution flies for the 5th time, and it starts with young Neil Lapidus in the 2-6. This is earlier on in the caution. Have a look here at Lapidus. Picklesmeyer in the 12 also having an issue. The 1-2 raised on blacktop F-150 blinking right ahead of Lapidus in this moment. And that brings out caution number 5 tonight. Not been an easy evening for these drivers by any stretch of the imagination. But they press on, trying to take these laps down. Got to give it up to Ethan Greek, because in each of these green flag runs, he's been getting closer and closer to Jamie Haynes, and now the driver of the Bass Pro Tracker Tundra sits in that 3rd position. The Carlisle native, joins the podium before the 5th restart of the evening. 2x2 coming to the green flag on lap 32. Tristan Bailey once again with control of the field. Jason Fensler on the inside. Mike Carter rounds out the top 5. Chris Fathke rounding out your top 10 with Sam Taylor. Green flag at Eldora. Sammy Harrell on the inside of Tyler Bellinger. This the move for the 8th position. Sam Taylor takes advantage, but now Harrell back again on the outside. Jason Fensler says he's waiting for a mistake from race leader Tristan Bailey, leading by 3/4 of a second, 34 laps into this race. Mike Carter sitting in 6th. Bellinger just ran his fastest lap of the race, 20.28 seconds. Bailey, 19.67 seconds. Fastest lap so far. There are the gaps. Now, after looking at those fastest laps, Chris Fathke running in that 10th position. Waylon Turner running in 11th. He's got Bobby Mathis up his backside. Here comes Patrick Jenks. The 2-1 of Andrew Teft sitting in 15th, having a rough time getting a good racing line going. Trucks trying to find their own way around Teft. And there's the 80 of Tyler Tyone struggling as well. Dougie King going for a slide in 18th. The gap between 3rd and 4th, now just 0.3 of a second. Ethan Greek got knocked back to 5th. Tyler Tyones had a crash. Caution comes out for the 6th time tonight. Andrew Teft also involved in that one, and the Thrustmaster F-150 gets turned around in the 3rd corner. Caution flies for the 6th time tonight. Let's see what happened to the Cornwall native Tyler Tyone. Contact with the 2-1 of Andrew Teft. Both trucks do quite a dirty pirouette in turn number 2. Let's get a closer look at Teft. Just came down on the 80. I didn't even know if he knew what he was trying to do there. One more look aboard Tyler Tyone. There's Teft up ahead in that gray truck. Teft possibly losing control of his truck. And just anything's possible on this dirt. It's so easy to let that truck turn you around rather than you turn that truck around through the corner. Tristan Bailey, Jason Fensler, Jamie Haynes consistently in the top 5. Also got to give it up to Charles Mosley Jr., Ethan Greek in that 5th position, briefly showing flashes of brilliance in the podium positions. Mikey Carter in that number 6 Sinclair Ford. He's sitting in that 6th position right now, the Alabama native, looking to make his way up through these points. Carter comes into tonight's race well outside the top 10 in points, well outside of that top 12. Michael Carter shows 23rd in the standings, and it takes only being in the top 12 to make the playoffs at the end of these first 15 rounds. We'll see where they end up, but for now, the green flag is out. Tristan Bailey with control. Let's go racing. Sam Taylor struggling to keep his truck together off the 4th corner, sliding right up the racetrack. Chris Fathke able to keep himself out of trouble. Fathke moves up into the 9th position. Ethan Greek working on Jamie Haynes. Small contact with the 6 of Michael Carter, but there they go. They keep it moving in the right direction. Samuel El Harrell wants a piece of the action as well. He's in 7th. Carter trying to regain control. Dougie King, Waylon Turner have a crash. Caution number 7 is out on lap 43. Doug King and Waylon Turner coming together. Let's see what caused this incident. Waylon Turner making contact with Bob Mathis out of turn number 4. Mathis gets a reprieve. Turner and King collide and come to a halt on the front straight, so caution number 7 flies. Tristan Bailey with control. Charlie Mosley has control of the 3rd position. Let's bother him real quick, see how he's doing. Charles Mosley, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you, buddy.
You're in the top 3 for the first time tonight. It's nothing but yellow flags. Are you just picking them off one by one, or are you just trying to survive until the last 15 laps?
I'm just trying to take my time here and just let it give me what it's going to give me here, because it's pretty tough tonight. So I know Tristan's going to be really, really quick. So if I can just stay in line, have a shot there at the end, I'll be good, as long as I can hold it out.
You come into this race 9th in points, just 12 laps, or 12 points, I'm sorry, behind the rest of Jamie Haynes and the other top 9 in this field. Are you concerned about points tonight, or is it just about the good finish no matter where it is?
Man, if I just get a good finish here and, gain some points and then maybe wreck Jamie in the middle of all that, I'd be good.
Favorite candy bar, Charlie?
Oh, shit, man. You got to go with the Butterfinger.
A Butterfinger. All right, man. Keep the shiny side up. Don't cuss. And enjoy the rest of the show, man. Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
Charlie Mosley Jr. sitting in that 4th position. Jamie Haynes in 3rd. Green flag is out at Eldora. Contact at a turn number 4. The 6 of Michael Carter gets into the 2-7 of Chris Fathke, and the Mortal Kombat truck survives to the next round, but the yellow flag comes out once again. There goes Carter with a spin in turn number 1. And caution flew before Carter spun, so let's see where the accident occurred when this yellow flag flew. The 2-9 of Bobby Mathis got turned around by the 7 of Hagen Joyner. And one more time, let's have a look here. And it looked like the catalyst possibly was the 6 of Mike Carter. You see the 12 of Pinklesmeyer's also behind them, and the 2-9's just trying to avoid the accident. He doesn't see the 7 by the time he makes contact with him. And Bob Mathis goes for a spin at a turn number 4. Caution number 8 is out. Jamie Haynes rocking the 4th position in the number 5-3 truck. Let's have a fast word with Jamie. James Haynes, Rick James up top. You got me.
What's up, buddy?
I'm loving this, man. Everybody's having a good time tonight despite these short green flag runs, but it looks a hoot from here. You having fun?
Yeah, just trying to keep it off the wall.
No, I mean, you're looking good so far. You got something with Tyler Bellinger next to you. That's going to be a fun fight. The leaders are really giving it their all. We still have 80 laps to go, and anything can happen. You got the truck to win this thing, or what?
Top 5 truck for sure. Winning it, just a matter of getting up there and giving it a shot.
What's your favorite candy bar, Jamie?
Hershey's with almonds.
Good answer, buddy. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you at the end.
All right, buddy.
Tristan Bailey, again with control of the field. Our good buddy Jamie Haynes sitting in 4th. Green flag comes out. Let's see how long they make it around. This time, let's go racing.
Green, green, green.
Sammy Harrell getting loose and out of control in that 43 truck, trying to get the pieces back together, but still moving in the right direction. Harrell trying to stay off the wall, while up ahead, Tyler Bellinger gets turned around by the number 1 of Sam Taylor. Caution flies, and a little bit of contact from the 6 of Mike Carter. He keeps his number 6 Sinclair F-150 together, and caution comes out once again. It's the 9th time tonight in 54 revolutions around this half-mile dirt oval. Let's go back and see what happened. So Carter's just going to try and avoid, well, this is the caution previous. Let's go back and see. Tyler Bellinger got turned around here. Sam Carter just trying his best, just slides right up into the back end of Bellinger, gives him a little bit of a love tap, spins him around out of the 4th corner. Bellinger just tries to slide to a squeaky clean halt, but he gets tapped in the rear end by the 6 of Mikey Carter. And one more time, let's see if we can have a look just from Carter's end. He's trying to avoid all of this on the Eldora dirt, and there's just nothing he can do. Boom. Gives him a little bit of a tap, and that brings out that caution on lap 56 at Eldora. Tristan Bailey at the front still. Ethan Greek sitting in 5th. Special Ed cheered 100 bits in the chat. He said earlier, Charlie Mosley not cuss? Well, we try not to cuss on Rick James TV, but that's all right. Everybody gets one. Tristan Bailey leads this race. Jason Fensler sits in 2nd. My man Charlie sitting in 3rd. Ethan Greek will be in 4th. Tyler Bellinger says Sam doesn't know how to drive, and it looks like Bellinger may have joined the pits, and he's now leaving the pits after getting his truck taken care of. Fatal in the chat says, "Grr." Special Ed says, we're keeping it clean for the kids. Absolutely. This is a family show, and no matter how many dirt races we do, we keep it squeaky clean program. One truck being slow at the back. That could be the 2-9 of Bob Mathis out of that 2nd corner. Mathis doing all right, moving up through this field. It looks like the 16 of Doug King going for a bit of a slow slide. 71 laps to go next time around. Jason Fensler patiently sitting in that 2nd position. Sam Taylor moves up into the 5th position, now working on Jamie Haynes in 4th. That one truck has had some wheels these last few laps. Mosley Jr. trying the low side, now working on Jason Fensler for the 2nd position. Bob Mathis 3 wide, Tyler Tyone to the inside of Waylon Turner in that 7-8 truck. Tyone cracks the top 15. Bob Mathis up 9 places. Caution comes out for the 10th time tonight, and a big crash involving the 1-6 of Douglas King, the 2nd of Hagen Joyner, and once again the 6 of Michael Carter. Caution flies again. Let's have a look. The 16 of King gets a really wide slide out of turn number 2, trying to catch his truck. The 7 of Hagen Joyner just caught in the crossfire, and the 6 of Michael Carter with nowhere to go. Let's ride along with Carter while he tries to make his way through this. And there's Carter, and he just slams right into the side of that 7 truck. Just nothing he could do. Caution flies for the 10th time on the Rossburg, Ohio clay. Tristan Bailey continues to lead. We're inside the final 70 laps at Eldora. Tyler Bellinger getting one of his laps back, and we're going to go racing next time by. Tristan Bailey with control of the field. Jason Fensler to his inside, waiting for the signal on board the 2-5 truck. Let's go racing. Caution is out for the 11th time tonight, just a few laps into this green flag run. 65 laps to go, and at the halfway mark, the yellow flag flies. Tyler Bellinger goes around in the double 8. Sam Taylor also having an issue. Let's have a look. There's the one truck of Taylor really giving it a big slide into turn number 1. Too big, as a matter of fact. Samuel Harrell gets caught up in that one. Tyler Bellinger with nowhere to go, while the one truck of Sam Taylor just backs out. Tyler Bellinger in the chat saying earlier, Sam doesn't know how to drive. And just, that's not going to do good for Taylor's look in Bellinger's eyes. Let's have one more look on board the one truck of Sam Taylor. Sam Harrell getting caught up there, and now the one, just a heavy slam there. The one truck backs up just as the 88 moves through. Let's have a look from Tyler Bellinger's point of view. And by the time Tyler's realized it, it's just too late. Bellinger in the 88 caught up in a second crash tonight. The 98 of Michael Newton comes back on track. Gives a how you doing to the 5 of Jason Fensler. Tyler Tyone says 9th. The Canadian typing when he should be driving. And if the Cornwall native focused more on his driving rather than his typing under caution, Tyler, you'd probably be in the top 5. Tristan Bailey has control of the field. Jason Fensler to his inside. 68 laps complete. It's been a nice race so far. Green flag is out. Special Ed with another 100 bits in the chat. That's 200 tonight. Appreciate you, Ed. Big Dale, 208 following as well. Welcome, Big Dale, to Rick James TV. You're looking at Tyler Tyone sliding out of the top 5 after typing that he was inside the top 10. What'd I tell you, Tyler? Tristan Bailey continues to lead. Jason Fensler sitting in that second position. Hagen Joyner in 8th. Patrick Jenks trying to go around to the outside of Michael Carter for a position in the top 9. And if I stopped picking on my friend Tyler, he'd probably get back up into that top 10. He's now working on Andrew Teft for that 11th position. Tyone with a slide out of turn number 4. Adam Boughton in the number 9-4 Mountain Dew Toyota sits in lucky number 13th position. Jason Fensler 9/10 behind the leader as the caution comes out for the 12th time tonight. Hagen Joyner goes around in the number 7 Alani Energy Chevrolet. Let's see what caused the Birmingham native to go for a spill. See, he lost his line out of the corner, and contact from the 6 of Michael Carter. That's the second time tonight they've come together. Hagen going for just a heavy hit. Let's have another look on board the 7 truck. I just turned to the right, and there was the 6 of Carter. Have another look. Well, not much you can do now that it's over, but the 7 of Hagen Joyner involved in a couple crashes tonight, so one has to wonder if he's got the fast repairs to last him throughout this entire race. Special Ed says, so get this, he had to call 911 today. He was on hold for 8.5 minutes. Well, hopefully, Ed, everything's okay. Don't know why they'd have you on hold for that long, but hopefully everybody else is all right as well. Glad that you're here. Glad that you're in the chat, buddy. Thank you so much for coming on through. I know the pit window says 25 to 35 laps. Ignore that. Obviously, there's not going to be a pit window here tonight. Tristan Bailey leads at the 75 lap mark. He's going to lead the most laps tonight. He's led every last one so far. Green flag at Eldora. Doug King in the 16 gets into the 43 of Sam Harrell. They do the electric slide out of turn number 4. Harrell's in that 14th position. Sammy Taylor makes it into 11th. Tyler Bellinger cracks the top 10 and he keeps on moving. Bellinger now gets around Andy Taft in that 9th position. Bellinger back into the top 10. Bellinger saying he was going to have a terrible time tonight. Bellinger saying he wasn't even going to show up to hop into his sim rig, but now the Claremont native in the top 10 in the second half of this race, and Robert Matisse goes for a spin at a turn number 4, heavy slam for the 80 of Tyler Tyone, and you saw the 43 of Samuel L. Harrell, who nearly avoided getting into a wreck a lap prior, gets caught up in caution number 13. Not such a lucky happening for the 43, the 80, and the 2-9 respectively. Let's see what brings out this 13th caution of the race. Bob Mathis in that 2-9. Just loses the line into the cushion in turn number 3. Nowhere for Tyone to go. And Samuel Harrell also getting caught up. And look at Idaho's Chris Fathke. He also got a high doing on the door. And the blue side cleaner than the red side, naturally. The blue side's ready to fight. The red side, someone's saying finish him. 13th yellow of the night, Tristan Bailey still up front. Ethan Greek up to the 2nd position, and how do you like this? The Carlisle native in the silver medal spot at the moment. Let's bother Ethan. Ethan, Rick James up top. You're sitting in 2nd right now, buddy.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get up there? Is the truck going to stay there and do what Jason Fensler couldn't and challenge for that top spot?
Just gotta run the high lane and keep getting the crap out of the right side to keep hitting the wall, but you know, it's doing. I think Jason will get her back around me, but us top 4 and 3, we've been in a blanket hole race. I think that's the way it's gonna finish. So we'll just see which one of us are first.
Favorite candy bar, Ethan?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Good luck, buddy. Shiny side up.
Thank you, thank you.
We're going to let Ethan Greek get back to work. 49 laps to go when the flag waves. Let's go racing at Eldora. Tyler Bellinger up into the 6th position. Jason Fensler gets back around Ethan Greek and has the fire been lit in that 5 truck. Ethan predicted that the 5 would get around him, and Jason Fensler, although he was running the patient strategy, saving his stuff for the end of this race, still not able to get around Tristan Bailey, but will the tide turn for 2nd place in the points? Nickel Dime 15 says, look at old Dougie King in the top 10. Douglas now up into the top 8. Jamie Haynes loses the line on the front straight, and now on that slow inside lane, the Virginia native gets passed by Charles Mosley in the 8-9. Here comes Tyler Bellinger knocking on the door for the top 5, but it's Sam Taylor behind him, now challenging for Bellinger's 6th place. Special Ed in the chat says, let's go, Doug. DK up into 8th so far. Dylan Picklesmeyer in 9th, and Hagen Joyner, despite his 2 wrecks tonight, in the top 10. 14th, 15th, 16th, but maybe no more as Robert Mathis gets into the side of Patrick Jenks. The North Carolinian in 15th, Adam Boughton now trying to challenge the driver from Gastonia for that spot, but a good difference between Mathis and Boughton. 88 laps into this race. Truck 88 finds himself 1 second off the top 5. Sam Taylor pulls it into the pits. Caution flies for the 14th time tonight. Taylor immediately jumps to the pits. Let's see what happened to the Coca-Cola truck. Oh, he smoked it. Was it a missed shift? Just smoke billowing out of that number 1. Did he miss a shift? Something happened. Have a listen. The engine just blew. You can see it's just smoke billowing out of that one truck. And I'm not sure if that caused the caution or if somebody else went around, but the engine goes on the number 1. And that's most likely Sam Taylor's night. Tristan Bailey, if I'm not wrong, has led every single lap tonight, which is kind of unbelievable. Bailey's going for his 3rd win tonight. We're going to restart here with 39 laps to go, and if you've recently tuned in, I'm Rick James. You've been watching a thrilling 6th round from the Eldora Speedway. Tristan Bailey, Jason Fensler, 1-2 in the points, 1-2 on the track. Fensler has been quietly biding his time in the 2nd position. Charlie Mosley Jr. on the outside. He now sits with a chance to get in the podium positions. Ethan Greek, Doug King also in the top 5. Green flag coming out inside the final 40 laps to go. Who will have what it takes to challenge the 2-5 of Tristan Bailey for a win in round 6? Let's get ready. Green flag is coming, and we're racing once again at Eldora. The 1-6 of Doug King losing his spot in the top 5, now nearly the top 10. King in the 1-6 has Teft in the 2-1 to his inside. Tyler Tyone not trying to be another yellow flag with less than 40 laps to go. Tyler Bellinger inside the top 10. Teft squeezing his truck between that wall and that cushion on the dirt. Slow out of the 4th corner. Caution comes out for the 15th time tonight. Pennsylvania's Patrick Jenks goes for a spill. Let's have a look. Jenks cuts down on Bobby Mathis. Nowhere for Mathis to go, and Jenks ends up on the raw end of that deal. And that brings the 15th yellow this evening. Tristan Bailey, as always, with control of the field with 35 laps to go. Charlie Mosley Jr. sitting in 3rd. Jamie Haynes in 4th. Ethan Greek in 5th. Dylan Picklesmeyer in that 6th position. And Hagen Joyner, who's had his fair share of accidents tonight, in that 7 truck, sitting in that 7th position. How about that? Lights are out on the pace truck. Restart with just over 25 laps remaining. Tristan Bailey, Jason Fensler, your top two. That's been the status quo all night, but will it change inside these final 35 laps? Green flag is out. Doug King crashes, yellow flag comes out for the 16th time tonight, and it's not been an easy evening for Doug. Let's see what caused this one this time, possibly Adam Boughton having a piece for this one. This is out of the second corner. Doug just trying to get it together. Does he make contact? The 80 of Tyler Tyone just body checks the 16 of King, and it looks like the 94 of Adam Boughton had nowhere to go, and the Mountain Dew Toyota caught in the crossfire. Let's have one more look at this. Douglas King just going around. Special Ed in the chat says, we jinxed Doug, talking to Nickel Dime 15. There's the 80 of Tyler Tyone, just slow out of the corner. And Adam Boughton just gets right into the 16, pounds him right on the front. While he's sitting there still, nothing that the 16 could do, nothing that the 94 could do. And caution comes out for the 16th time tonight inside the final 30 laps of racing. Well, certainly a record evening for AER. Most cautions in one single night, and it'll be tough to beat this record ever again, but it's been a thrill thus far, and we still get another 30 laps of it. 15 miles to go. Tristan Bailey leads Jason Fensler to the line. Crash out of turn number 2. Looks like the 38 of Patrick Jenks involved in that one. Chris Fathke in the Mortal Kombat Chevrolet got a big piece of that accident. And the Idaho native bounced around like a hot potato on the back straight. Let's see what caused this 17th crash of the evening. Look at that. Just nothing you could do. It looks like Patrick Jenks already had a big piece of that. Let's go back further. Jenks slow out of the second corner, and the 80 of Tyler Tyone just turning into 38. Sam Taylor getting a big piece of that. Trying to avoid that accident. Chris Fathke, just an innocent bystander in that one. Let's go back and have a look on board Tyler Tyone. This is the restart with Tyone. And there's a bit of a hit from the 2-9 of Bob Mathis. There's the 38 of Patrick Jenks. There's the aftermath. One more look aboard Tyler Tyone. Have a listen. You can see the 80 truck of Tyone had the wheel turned the entire time to the right, and he still just got into the back end of Patrick Jenks. The green flag comes out while those trucks are getting their race trucks repaired. 25 to go next time by. One truck already into the wall out of turn number 2. Is that the 12 of Picklesmeyer? It is. Hagen Joyner to his inside. These two battling for a top 7 position. Jamie Haynes sitting in 3rd with Charlie Mosley to the outside. Andrew Teft in the 2-1, sitting in 14th, making his way through the field. Nickel Dime cheered 300 bits. Special Ed with another 100 bits. Thank you, guys. You're unbelievable. Caution comes out for the 18th time tonight. Charlie Mosley Jr. has gone around in the Monster Energy Silverado after a wonderful top 5 finish this evening. Let's see what's gone on with the North Carolinian. Mosley in the 8-9, gets into Bellinger in the double 8, loses control of the truck. Bellinger survives, keeps his top 5 position, but the 89 of Mosley goes for a spill. Caution number 18 is out with 24 circuits remaining. Tristan Bailey has control of the field inside the final quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be back for more racing from Eldora. About to throw the green flag with 21 laps to go. Nickel Dime 15 in the chat says, boys in the body shop's going to have a bit of work after tonight. We'll see just who's going to have the best looking truck at the end. None of them are going to be pretty, let's be honest. Green flag is out, 21 laps to go. Andrew Teft goes around out of turn number 4 with 2-0 to go, and just before 1-9 at the line, caution 1-9 comes out. Andrew Teft does a pirouette out of that 4th corner. Gets a really late turn into the 3rd corner, and you can see the truck just struggling to turn, and the 80 of Tyler Tyone just driving down diagonally across the racetrack right in to Andrew Teft. Nothing the 2-1 Thrustmaster Ford could do. Super Sam 30 in the chat says, go Pickle! Dylan Picklesmeyer currently running 7th. He stayed well out of the way of this accident. Let's ride on board with the Thrustmaster 21. Slammed by Tyler Tyone to the inside wall. Caution number 19 comes out. Nickel Dime 15 says that was an interesting line. Interesting enough to throw out a caution. Bailey with the lead. Jason Fensler in 2nd. Jamie Haynes in 3rd with Ethan Greek and 4th. And Tyler Bellinger, who once again saying he wasn't going to do very well and would rather sit this one out, now in position to collect top 5 points at the end of this race. Bellinger comes into round number 6, 10th in points right now. Looks like 7 points behind Charlie Mosley. Got a good position for the playoffs, and he can solidify that spot with a top 5 run tonight. Tristan Bailey will have control of the field, coming to 16 laps to go. Jason Fensler in 2nd, Jamie Haynes in 3rd. Dougie King rounds out the top 10. Andrew Teft rounding out the top 15, even though he's down in pit road. That'll get sorted out quite quickly. And it's the Sweet 16 remaining at Eldora. Tristan Bailey at the front. Jason Fensler in 2nd. Green flag is out. Jamie Haynes with a big slide into the third corner. Tyler Tyone crashes for the upteenth time. Michael Newton also goes around in the 98. Caution is out for the 20th time tonight. And if this was a basketball game, we'd have quite an impressive double-double. 20 cautions, and we'll have 20 restarts. Tyler Tyone goes around. Let's see what happened to the Canadian. Big slide out of turn number 2, and you heard the crunch from back here. The 94 of Michael Boughton with nowhere to go. Michael Newton. Adam Boughton in the 94. Michael Newton with nowhere to go in the 98. And that's been the story for a lot of these trucks tonight. Andrew Teft back out on the racetrack. Fans of the 21 will be thrilled. 12 trucks still on the lead lap. The 80 of Tyler Tyone, one of those 12. And despite the multiple damage that the 80 truck has collected, he's still surviving out on the track. Mostly in part due to these short green flag runs. But hey, he's playing the game the right way, and he could end up with a top 15 finish. We're going to restart with a dozen laps remaining. Can Jason Fensler take the lead away from Tristan Bailey? Will the 25 put his famous early restarts to good use? 6 miles remain on the Rosberg clay. Bailey, Fensler, Greek, and Haynes your top 4. Green flag is out. Haynes staying clean on that inside line, really making good use of it. Greek on the outside, NNR Bowling just subscribed. Appreciate you, buddy. Tristan Bailey on the outside line. Jason Fensler in second. Jamie Haynes now in third. Ethan Greek on the outside. He wants to put his Tundra on the podium. Haynes trying to hold on to that spot. He's lost the line. Greek with the momentum now gets into third. Caution number 21 comes out. Dylan Picklesmeyer involved. The 78 involved. There's the double 8 of Tyler Bellinger, who had a top 5 run lined up, and the New Hampshire pilot in the Quality Care Ford now limping, wounded inside the final 10. There's the 88 going around. Looks like he might have had a little bit of help from the 7 of Hagen Joyner. The 2-1 of Andrew Teft getting collected. Tyler Tyone once again collected into the crash. Let's have a look. Nickel Dime 15 says Mosley and King with good comebacks. Dougie King getting right into Roberto Mathis in the 2-9. Bobby didn't even bother nobody. He just got caught up in that one. So we're going to restart here with 7 laps remaining. Jason Fensler does not have many more opportunities to get around that 2-5 Chevy Goods Chevrolet. And it's a race to the first hat trick of the season. Bailey with 2 wins. Fensler with 2 wins. Nick Goen, who we haven't seen since his win at Atlanta, sits 20th in the points with the other win of the 5 rounds this season. Who will get the crown in round number 6? And if you've just tuned in, lucky you. You've got great timing, because with 7 laps to go, we're going to go green from Eldora. The dirt half mile has 3.5 laps to completion. Green flag is out. Fensler throws it in deep, 6 to go, this time by Picklesmeyer, sitting in 6th. He wants a taste of the top 5. Bailey, half a second ahead. Fensler sitting in 2nd. Neil 797 says, come on, Ethan. ended my race early, unfortunately. Dylan Picklesmeyer goes around and the caution comes out with 6 laps to go. Neil puts 100 bits in the chat as the 22nd caution of the evening flies over the racetrack in New Weston. Waylon Turner not involved in this one. He was involved in the last accident. Let's have a look at the 12 of Picklesmeyer. He just gets loose out of the 4th corner, and it looks like he got just a little bit of help from the 78 truck of Waylon Turner. Turner finds himself in 7th, and right now, our hardest charger of the race, he's up 11 places from where he started. So Tristan Bailey with control of the field. We're going to take our first green-white checkered restart. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the final 2 laps of the race. Tristan Bailey leading this race. Fensler in 2nd. Charlie Mosley sitting in 3rd. Fans at home, if you want to go ad-free on Rick James TV, subscribe through Twitch or use your Prime. It does not cost you a dime if you use your Amazon Prime subscription. Combine your Prime and your Twitch. Get Prime Gaming. Get that free subscription. No more commercials on Rick James TV. Subscribe with Prime and get tons of other loot. Favorite games like GTA, Apex, The Lock, whatever you want. 2 laps to go. Jason Fensler chasing down Tristan Bailey for the win. Teft goes around. We stay. Nope, there it is. Yellow flag is out for the 23rd time tonight. Andrew Teft comes to a disappointing halt. Let's see what brought out this 22nd caution of the night. No, this time it looks like Hagen Joyner involved here. My mistake. Oh, just a little bit of contact between Hagen Joyner, Dougie King, the 2-9. No, that's the 12 of Picklesmeyer. Dylan Picklesmeyer running in the top 10. Got caught up in that accident. Have another look. Charlie Mosley also got a piece of this one. Contact, Dougie King, Hagen Joyner, Adam Boughton, Dylan Picklesmeyer. Someone else got a piece of this, and what happened to Mosley Jr. just went around. A little bit of contact with the inside wall. So, our 23rd caution of the evening, Jason Fensler gets another attempt at taking down Tristan Bailey. Tyler B in the chat says somehow back in 6th with all this damage. And once again, Tyler Bellinger, against his own prediction, his own pessimistic predictions, Tyler Bellinger surpassing his every hope and dream this evening. Did not plan to be in the starting lineup, but here he is running in the top 6, looking to improve on his 10th place point standing. Got to give it out to Cornwall's Tyler Tyone. He's in 8th right now, despite being involved in 47 crashes tonight. Tristan Bailey on the outside of Jason Fensler. Green-white checkered, this time by Bailey. Fensler, Greek, your top 3. Jamie Haynes in 4th. Who's going to get their 3rd win of the season, or will we have a first-time winner tonight? Bailey holding the field back. Green flag is out. Cautions comes out before they even make half a lap. Dylan Picklesmeyer goes around. Charlie Mosley Jr. had a rough go of it. Let's have a look. This is at the restart, looking at the 8-9 of Mosley Jr. Mosley Jr., Tyler Tyone, Doug King got a piece of that one. Let's have another look at Tyler Tyone. Mosley Jr. in the 8-9 just spins the tires on the restart. King getting involved in that one. One of those innocent bystander situations. Have a look and a listen with Charlie. Spun the wheels at the start, the Canadian. Caught up. And King getting a piece of that one. So, Tristan Bailey once again will lead at the green-white checker. Jason Fensler sitting in that second position back in 30. Green flag is out. We're racing one more time. White flag next time by, but who will get there first? Bailey, Fensler, Greek now on the outside looking to get that Tundra in the podium. Jamie Haynes sitting in fourth. Jason Fensler makes contact with the wall as Tristan Bailey comes to the white flag. He's got the white flag, and it's a race from here. Jason Fensler in second. Ethan Greek now looking to move on Fensler for second as Fensler hits that wall. The Californian to the outside, struggling to keep his Chevrolet on the straight and narrow, and he can't. Tristan Bailey out of turn number 4, leading every lap, wins at Eldora. Ethan Greek in second, and Jason Fensler just beats out Jamie Haynes for the bronze medal. And what a 130 laps that was at Eldora. How about that? Tristan Bailey coming away as your race winner, and a well-deserved celebration for the Mississippi native, his third win of the season. The 18 of Ethan Greek, careful not to make any contact with the 2-5 during his celebration. Well done to Ethan Greek coming home in second. We're going to have a word with Greek. We're going to have a word with Fensler. We're going to have a word with this man right here, young Tristan Bailey, 3-time winner this season. And the rich just get richer. His points lead increases after his round 6 win. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. Tristan Bailey, your winner under the lights on the clay at Eldora. On the podium now with our top 2 finishers this evening. Young Ethan Greek in the number 1-8 Bass Pro Tracker Boats Tundra comes home with a silver medal. Ethan, before this 6th round at Eldora, did you even think a podium was possible?
Absolutely not. I came in this just trying to get experience, take over the ARCA series, and I knew coming in the dirt I would be able to be good, but didn't think I would be podium good. But it was a good run. Everyone on the team and Preston ran a really good race. Just gonna get him there at the end.
Well, it's still a brilliant drive for you, and you move up into the top 26 in points given your part-time schedule. Will we see you a week from now at Talladega?
Absolutely. Hopefully you'll be seeing me in Victory Land, Talladega, but we'll see how that plays out. You know how Talladega is with everyone racing stupid, but we'll see what happens.
Anything's possible, my friend. We'll see you in 7 days from the Big Super Speedway. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Our race winner in that number 25 Chevy Goods Silverado, Tristan Bailey. You've got the hat trick. 3rd win of the season. 2 on asphalt, 1 on dirt. And now, everybody wants to know, 4 wins next week at Talladega? What do you think?
I don't know about that. I mean, you gotta get lucky there. It's more of a luck track, especially because these trucks, they don't allow you to bump anymore. It's more of a, you gotta gently start pushing people. So it just depends on who your friend is next week, honestly.
3 wins, and you got that win. Did you find it difficult to stay in the lead, or did the cautions just make it easy for you today?
Honestly, the caution just made it easy. I didn't know what the heck I was doing out there, to be honest with you. I was just trying to I was kind of just throwing it in and pedaling. That's all I was doing.
Well, you made it work for you, and you made the whole state of Mississippi proud. Now, next week, on to Talladega. We'll see you in 7 days. Congratulations on the win, TB.
Hey, you got it right. It is Mississippi. Good job.
Shut up, Tristan.
We're off next week.
Are we off next week?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're off
for both because it's Memorial Day weekend.
Well, okay, then I stand corrected. For twice in one broadcast, we go to Talladega in 2 weeks' time, and that gives me a whole other week to think of jokes to make about Tristan. But until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we absolutely